Good morning, beautiful people. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. Halfway through the week, and I hope your week is going well so far. Um, my week is going pretty well. It's been a little challenging lately. Just feeling a little bit of stuck energy. I don't know. Have you guys felt that recently? I work from home, and so I'm feeling that pent up kind of energy that I need to get out and maybe find an office space to kind of just, mix it up and get a little bit of different energy in the day, a little stimulus. So anyways, that's just what's going on with me. Let me know what's going on with you. I really enjoyed seeing the comment yesterday. Thank you, Mr. North Carolina. I think it was a Mr. North Carolina. Thank you so much for watching and for sharing with me where you tuned in from. I really appreciate that. In Charlotte, I actually used to live in Charlotte. So I used to live on Scaly Bark Road. And I worked for Cigna Insurance at the time. So anyways, if you see this, let me know if you know where Scaly Bark Road is. So today we are back with the tarot, and I am cleaning and clearing the cards, as you can see, with the Palo Santo, which smells so good. And I'm shuffling. And so let me know where you are tuning in from today. I would love to know so we can create our network, our virtual network of people, to remind us that we are all connected, that we are all humans living this human journey. We're all spiritual beings living this human journey, really. But we sometimes forget about our spirits. And so that's why I like tarot, because it actually reminds us of the human spirit and the conditions that we go through in life being human, and some of the challenges on the royal path. And I will again talk about the book by Rebecca Magic called The Royal Path and The Royal Path 2. She's my mentor and teacher, and so I study from her, and I try to use a lot of her interpretations and her way of viewing the tarot to assist me in my learning the tarot. And then I use my own intuition and my own understanding of various elements and different things, my own interpretation of what the cards say, to do a reading. And then I usually follow up with what she has to say. So today, as in every day, we are pulling a card for the day, just to kind of remind us, what do we need to be thinking about? What do we need to know to be supported by? Maybe it's a validation or an affirmation of what we're already doing, or a reminder or a forewarning, like heads up, you're about to enter rocky waters, choppy waters. So anyways, it's always nice to kind of, every card is a good card. There's no such thing as bad cards. It's just what we do with the card that is important, and how we use the information to take action in our lives. And I always think that's really important. Actually, taking action reminded me of something that I wanted to do today. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was fast. I might add in a little something that I do with different groups today, so that we can kind of ground our reading a little bit more than we normally do. And I'll explain that later if we get a chance to do it. So anyways, pulling the card for today. And today we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. It looks like we're resting, right? It looks like our deathbed, but it's not. But this is reminding us to rest. This card is reminding us to not burn out or get overstimulated by what's going on, to integrate what we have learned. Swords most of the time is air. It's an air sign. That's what most tarot readers look at swords as air, which is thoughts, our mental abilities, and our analyzer. But the way Rebecca Magic talks about swords is that it's the earth element. And the reason for that is because it's talking about conflict usually and challenges in our lives. And so that's very earth focused because usually it passes quickly. So the suit of swords is focused on the material realm of earth and how quickly things change and how quickly when we have problems, they change. They either go to resolution or maybe it become even a bigger problem, depending on what we do. And if we don't rest to integrate what we have already learned and how far we've gotten in our lives, then our challenge will be harder as we continue to walk the path. That rest is necessary after challenges, before challenges and after challenges. And we need to remember that it is important. It's almost like you see here how this person is kneeling in front of this person, a priest, it looks like, and this looks like a church, right? It looks like a stained glass window. And I'm seeing a lot of light and compassion and warmth from this person towards this person, and almost permission granted to rest, to do what we have to do. And I like how colorful it is because it's not saying that we're dead here, right? We're not dead. We are just in need of rest. And so that's super important to keep in mind. Let's see what Rebecca has to say about this on the royal path. Okay, so we're 4 of Swords. Okie dokie. Integration, contemplation, and rest. In today's society, we regularly burn out due to overstimulation and lack of rest. We are always on the go. However, rest is an imperative part of our journey, especially when we are going through or have recently gone through a challenging time. Life is full of challenges, big and small. Growth is always occurring. In fact, change is the only constant, and change requires assimilation. We must regularly allow ourselves the rest that is necessary in order to catch up and replenish our energy. Vitality is key to longevity, and if we never stop to rest, we will be running on low battery, constantly feeling drained. Think of a caterpillar inside the cocoon. In order to become a butterfly, it must first go within the chrysalis and digest itself. It literally becomes goo. Like literally, caterpillars become goo before they turn into butterflies, which is just crazy. We must digest our experiences in order to progress in a way that is sustainable and healthy. The traditional art of the Rider-Waite Tarot depicts a man peacefully lying in a casket. Death, as you know, is a doorway to rebirth, revealing that old parts of the self will die as new information is assimilated into one's psyche and spirit. Death is the ultimate rest or doorway to the other side. Fun fact, the 4th letter of the Hebrew alphabet is Dalet, whose corresponding symbol is a door. Also, card 13 of the major arcana is the death card, aka transformation. And when you reduce 13 to a single digit, you get the number 4, which is 1 plus 3, which is the card that we have here. Consider the succeeding card, 5 of Swords. The time is coming when you will have to choose your battles wisely and clean up past mistakes. How can you prepare for this time? By resting and meditating on all that has unfolded, ensuring that you will have the mental, emotional, physical capacity to maturely and gracefully respond when you are called to do so. So I love thinking about that. That's super important, to just think about the areas, what we've been working on, and giving ourselves the permission to assimilate everything that is happening. It's super, super, super important. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the 10X rule, which is Grant Cardone. And I know it seems weird for me to be introducing this today, but I had this idea that, when we're talking about the royal path and sort of spirituality and receiving divine messages for us to walk our path, I realized that if we're talking about the chakra system, we're talking about, very cerebral ideas. So these ideas of, air, water, fire, earth, which correspond to our thoughts, our emotions, the material world, and our internal fire, like who we are as our spirits, basically. So I really love to bring in a little Grant Cardone, which is talking about our first chakra. This is finances. Grant is a sales and marketing guru. I am a licensee for Grant Cardone. I teach, mentor, and speak on behalf of him, and I teach his work. And he's also a billionaire real estate mogul as well. And so in his books, we like to do something at the end of all of our sessions where, all of his books have so much wisdom in them that we just kind of like go through and we land on a page and we see what page this is. So let me see if I can find something here. Okay, so let's see. It's interesting how we're talking about rest, and he's talking about obsession and a fierce drive. Let me see. Okay, it's unfortunate. Let me see. I suggest that you become obsessed about the things you want. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lifetime being obsessed with making up excuses as to why you didn't get the life you wanted. It's unfortunate that people with this kind of voracious obsession and fierce drive are categorized as off balance, work addicted, obsessive, and a whole litany of other labels. What if the world saw a person's unwavering passion, undying obsession, and a bonfire-like desire to see through his or her goals as gifts rather than as defects or diseases? Wouldn't we all accomplish more? Why do people have to turn a passion for excellence and obsession to succeed into something negative? And then once these obsessed people do finally become successful, they're no longer labeled as crazy, but instead geniuses, exceptions to the rule, and extraordinary. What if the world admired, expected, and even demanded that we all operate every single day with an obsessive focus on our goals? So I really love this, and I love that that he's talking about obsession and goals right now, and we're talking about rest and assimilating all of our work. So we kind of need both, right? We need to be obsessed. We need to be working. We need to find the challenge and go for it in our lives, to just take action and to just go for it. But we also have to remember to rest, and that resting is important. And even Grant will talk about the fact that he goes to bed early, he doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs, he turns off the TV and lets his mind rest when he goes to bed. He has a very strict, disciplined routine. And so that helps him to rest. That helps him to integrate and assimilate everything that he's doing on his warrior path to success. And so I wanted to bring in a little bit of our first chakra as we mix it with our 5th, 6th, 7th chakras, all the other chakras really, and bring it down to earth so that we can see that, that all of our hard work really will be more beneficial. We will receive more from it when we have the chance to rest and assimilate everything that we have learned in the pushing of our goals to succeed. Okay, guys, I hope you liked that one today. Let me know what you thought about hearing about the 10X rule in combination with our reading today. I thought that was interesting, and I really liked that we kind of got to go a little bit deeper. So I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.